Okay. Anyway, we're so glad that he's been able to MC this event for 3 times. From Channel 2, Mark Allen.
It's nice to be here. Thank you, Jim and Sandy, 2 of my favorite local broadcasters. Appreciate the introduction. I love this event. I think maybe I've said this before, but to me this is kind of our family reunion. And I know a lot of us are competitors, and we compete, for every ad dollar and every rating point, but there's a part of me that has never really understood that, because, who do we have more in common with than each other? We're out there living the same life. So I'm always glad to be among this group, and I thank you for inviting me back. It's an impressive list again this year. Our next honoree has worked in just about every department found in radio and has expanded that talent to community service, where he has given just as much, if not more. Ladies and gentlemen, our next honoree this year, Bill Nance.
If it's versatility you're looking for, it's Bill Nance. Bill has worked in radio as an air personality, program director, music director, traffic and news reporter, and is one of the most talented broadcasters in the industry. He's been on the air continuously since 1971, likely making him the local broadcaster with the longest tenure. And it all started at WING Radio, where he first worked as a night switchboard operator, then as music library assistant and helping out with assorted promotions.
He came from Wavy. He was working at Wavy. I believe he was doing news, I believe, at Wavy. And I didn't recruit him, but somebody brought him. Maybe he may have brought himself, I don't know. But he, again, was a person that was always willing to do what you wanted him to do, to go out and get the story, to help with anything that was necessary.
Well, Bill Nance, I just want to say congratulations on your induction into the Dayton Radio and Television Hall of Fame. I worked with Bill starting in the mid-'60s in Dayton, and what a privilege it is for me to be here and celebrate your good fortune being inducted tonight. You have a good time now, and remember the old words of the philosopher Kirk. Eat.
During his 15 years at WING News, Bill received more than 40 state, regional, and national awards for journalistic excellence, including National Press Club, AP, and the American Cancer Society Awards. These were for special programs, reports, and documentaries aired on WING. He has participated in numerous charitable activities, including 33 consecutive years on the MDA Telethon. He's a member of the Dayton Rotary Club and honorary member of the Dayton Kiwanis Club, and provides news of the day at their weekly meetings, a task he took over from longtime broadcaster Jack Weimer in 1986.
Bill has always been in love with radio. He's the only guy I ever know that would take a tape recorder on his vacation and look for celebrities to interview and bring them back to the station and have on his program. But the neat thing about it is he met so many big name personalities over his career, but he did it because he wanted to not only meet him, Bill's a groupie, let's face it, but he was a person who just loved radio, loved broadcasting, and that's the one thing I'll always remember about Bill. On his vacation, he was still working. And another thing about Bill that I think is interesting is he has one of the largest Coca-Cola memorabilia collections. The guy has all kinds of things in his home. I don't know how his wife puts up with it, but and he believes in having fun with radio. If you listen to his show today, he just keeps the whole spirit of radio alive. And I think it's a great thing because the business has changed so much. And yet Bill, because of his love of radio and broadcasting, still believes in the basic principles, and that is having fun, informing the audience, and always respecting the audience and trying to give them what they want.
During his 18 years at WFCJ, where he is currently its morning show host and program director, he continues to be active in the community through such charitable events as the ringing of the bell for the Salvation Army at Christmas time. He helps to organize the annual WFCJ Chocolate Festival, which benefits a local charity each fall. Bill helps plan and MC the Top Flight Teen Competition. He's done that for 16 years, saluting teens with talent in various Christian music fields. Bill is a member of the Christian Business Network, and he and his morning co-host do an annual bike-a-thon each year to raise money for the Dayton Gospel Mission.
Well, I've worked with Bill for over 8 years now, and I have found him to be very professional, a man of high integrity, and I think one of the successes that Bill accomplishes is through his ability to be relational with the people who listen. He likes to do creative things that in the process makes him vulnerable sometimes. He had this tremendous fear of roller coasters. So he decided to ride the meanest, baddest roller coasters across the state of Ohio. He was wired for sound, and we broadcast that. We broadcast from a hot air balloon, from horseback, from a canoe, and even a 100-mile charity bike ride we do every year. If I would have to summarize Bill Nance and what I know about him, I would have to say he loves his God. He walks his faith. He loves his family. He loves this city and believes in it. And Bill Nance loves radio.
Bill Nance has truly left his mark on the broadcast industry and on the community which he so diligently serves. The Dayton Area Broadcasters Hall of Fame is pleased to welcome Bill Nance into its 2007 class of inductees.
As Bill makes his way to the microphone, Bill has been around for a long, long time, and I had a chance to work with Bill for some 7 years in Xenia, WGIC-BZI. He was a fantastic individual to work with. He's always been the kind of person that loved the community, loved people, and would go out of his way to make sure that he did everything possible to try and help make sure that people were happy and at all times of the year. Bill, congratulations. Thanks for all that you've done, and welcome into the fame.
Thank you, and I'll make this brief because Clay Collins and I have to be back in the window of Price stores at 10 o'clock tonight. So we'll move this right along. It's just out here and back, so it's not far to go. We're okay. It's amazing how much a street can play in your life, and I'm talking about the one out here in front, 5th Street. I was in the 5th grade at Orville Wright, and I won a safety slogan contest. We got our safety slogans. It was citywide in Dayton schools. We got our slogan broadcast on WAVI. Ignited my interest in radio. 6 months later, and that was school, by the way, was at 5th and Wright, out in East Dayton on the hill. 6 months later, I was hit by a car at 5th and Jersey, hospitalized from the money I received as gifts, got a transistor radio, tuned into Wing for the first time, heard some songs I recognized and liked. I said, I want to do that. 5th and Jersey. All of my, most of my first 24 years of my life, I lived within 3 blocks of 5th Street, one way or the other, East Dayton and West Dayton. Run Point, almost where Dave Ponitz had his office at Sinclair, over in that area, just west of here, near downtown. WING, where I started, was just a few blocks from 5th Street on 1st downtown. Today, WFCJ, if you take 5th Street across the bridge, 5th Street turns into Germantown, and out as you go towards Germantown, Manning Road, where we are, runs off of Germantown, all on one street. And here we are tonight at 5th and Jefferson. So it's amazing what 5th Street has done in my life. It's been a real pleasure to be in radio, and I decided early on to invest my career in this community because I love it. And there's so much to do and so much rich Dayton broadcast history here. And while I've had just a fantastic career doing so many things in radio primarily, dabbled a little bit in TV, today it's the best ever because we have a real bottom line at 93.7, and that is seeing lives changed, although we can do it with creativity, as you heard a little bit about, and have a lot of fun doing it as well. So it is a real honor tonight, and I am thankful to God for giving me these gifts that I am able to use all of these years and to do it right here in the city of Dayton and this area. Thank you so much.